You don't have to wait until next year to become successful. You don't have to wait 3 months from now or the end of the year to do the things that you want to do. You actually need to start now whenever you come across this video, or whenever you take the time to prioritize yourself. The reason is because there's no right time. The longer you wait to do something, the longer you're going to feel like you're procrastinating, the longer you're going to feel like you're going to have these mental blockages, the anxiety, the depression. Oh my gosh. And the longer you just feel like you're not getting anywhere in life. So if this is you, welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance. Let's just get straight into today's video. Speaking from experience, what has helped me along my healing journey and what I'm recommending for you when you see this is that you need to just go ahead and take each day for what it is and learn to be present. Like, you have to start right now, or whenever you come across this video, whenever you decide that enough is enough. The reason why it seems like we have all these ideas and it seems so far away and it's so impossible for us to achieve it is because you're constantly thinking about it. Now, it's nothing wrong with having a plan. It's nothing wrong with having a notebook or a journal. What the heck? Don't mind the Chick-fil-A. It's nothing wrong with writing your ideas down or even verbally talking about them to yourself, to your team, or people that support you. But the more you think about something, the more it causes you to feel anxious. And it's like, enough is enough. You don't need to continue to think about what you want to do. Speaking from experience, as I'm building this channel and all other social media platforms, I don't have to constantly keep thinking about what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do, when I could just take my time. Like, you see, the beauty of becoming successful is being present and taking the moment that you have right now to create. That is what creativity is. And regardless if you're healing yourself, you want to be motivated, you want to start a business, you want to be a content creator, you have to be okay with where you are. Nobody is happy when they're starting from the bottom, starting from the scratch, or getting it out the mud, especially if you don't have the resources, the support, the guidance, or the wisdom, or you feel like you just don't know what to do. And I'm speaking from experience. Like, starting a business, becoming a multimillionaire, becoming a trillionaire, becoming whatever it is that you want to do is unfamiliar, and it's going to make you feel uncomfortable. But the whole purpose of you getting to where you need to be is understanding yourself through the process. It's the journey. So it's like, if you have goals, it's what, like 2 more weeks left of October when I'm posting this in 2024. Start your goals this weekend, or if you're not prepared today, on Monday when I make this, make it an initiative for next week or before November. Like, don't wait, because the time is going to go by, and it's just like, the longer you wait to do something, especially if you have to do it, the more draining it's going to be. And I'm telling you guys, when you start something that you've never done before, in the beginning, it's going to be overwhelming. You're going to feel like quitting, but it's just like, you have to get through that difficult time. I'm speaking from experience. I've been through so many trials and tribulations, and I've realized I do not need to make this longer than what it needs to be. And because I didn't have the resources and the tools and the guidance that I had in my past, I learned from, and that's the whole purpose of our past, is to learn from the choices, the trials and tribulations, lessons, mistakes, whatever you choose to look at it, and move forward and not continue it. And the more you just learn to realize that if you want your life to change, you have to make necessary changes, and you have to be willing to be uncomfortable temporary, the more you will actually go into the direction that you want to do. So it's like, you don't have to wait 3 months from now or 2 months from now to have your New Year's resolution goals. So I challenge you, when you see this video, to write down a couple of goals, because like I said, it's nothing wrong with having an idea. It's nothing wrong with organizing and having structure, because that's what I'm all about. But it's like, once you write your idea down, once you take your time in figuring out what it is that you need to do, your plan, your solution, the tools, the resources, what you have, what you don't have, you have to take the action. Honestly, I feel like success is maybe like 2% of mentally and emotionally thoughts and feelings, and the 98% is you putting in the work, is you creating and doing what needs to be done. So if your goal is to lose weight, 2% of thinking that you want to lose weight, how you could possibly lose weight, figuring out what you need to do, figuring out how to exercise, contacting trainers, contacting people to get a gym membership, trying to find time within your work busy schedule, right? And the 98% is going to the gym, is going to Pilates, is going to yoga, is cutting off certain foods, is drinking the water, is making the smoothies, is going for walks, right? Like, you have to realize that the action is going to outweigh the over anxiety. The action is going to guarantee you the results and the success. But the longer you wait to do that, the more challenging it's going to be. And it's like, when you don't have the resources and the tools and the support and the guidance, You just have to learn how to calm down. I'm speaking from experience. There's a lot of things that I've had to learn by myself, and I don't victimize myself. I don't detach myself to being sad or being angry or being bitter. And that's another thing I need you to say when you see this video or comment it down below in the comment sections, is to affirm, I'm not associating myself with pain. I'm not associating myself with suffering. I'm not associating myself with abuse. Anything that I went through previously is done and over with, and that's the beauty of moving forward. That's the beauty of letting go. That's the beauty of accepting where you are right now and creating your future, because tomorrow does not exist yet and yesterday is done and over with. So it's like you have to be present, you have to take your time, and you have to do what you can with where you are and feel how you feel. Like, nobody's telling you to rush, right? And the more you can learn to pace yourself, the more you could take each day for what it is, you will appreciate this time, because it's like, as you're putting in the action, as you're putting in the work to lose weight, as you're putting in the work to build a house, as you're putting in the work to run a business, as you're putting in the work to go back to school to get whatever it is that you want, these times are going to go by. There's been so many situations where I've been and I was just like, am I ever going to get out of these situations? And you have. And it's like, you've been through so much already. So it's like, why wouldn't you overcome it? And you have to realize sometimes too, depending on what it is that you want, it may take more energy, time, and effort. If you're trying to build a house, that's not a short-term goal. And I've talked about that previously. You have to know the difference between your short-term goals and your long-term goals. Like, building a house is a long-term goal. Unless you buy your house from Temu or Shein, like, it's going to take time. It could take years. On average, I believe most houses take 8 to 12 months, a year. And if you want it to be sprinkle and all put together, it's an investment. So it's like, before you make a decision about what it is that you want, it's really, really imperative that you understand the responsibilities, because that's another thing nobody talks about. And if you want me to talk about responsibilities and becoming successful and what it is that you're interested in, let me know. Make sure you guys are liking this. Camera got cut off, but make sure you guys are liking this video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys want to talk and discuss, and how these videos are impacting you and affecting you. Make sure you turn on your post notification bell. Make sure you subscribe, and most importantly, make sure you follow me on all other social media platforms. All of that information will be down in the description box below, and head to my website at TyGuidance.summer.com if you want a one-on-one website. If you want a one-on-one session. But there's a lot that comes with being successful. It's more than the affirmations. And honestly, once you realize that you're so fed up and you're not happy and you're wanting to make changes, in that moment, that's when the change starts to come. Like, when you have an idea in your head and you're trying to bring it into your reality, it's huge. And when you're doing it by yourself, or you don't think you have everything, it takes a lot. But it's like, if you are not capable of making this a reality, the thought would not have crossed your mind. And I know sometimes you feel like you want help and you would appreciate if people supported you, or if you just had what everybody else has, but it's like, you don't. And it's like, you creating it, you doing it for yourself, by yourself, or even with, if you have support, says a lot about you. And it's like, if you do have the resources, if you do have the support, don't take people for granted. That's a different topic within itself. But it's like, don't take anybody for granted who's willing to help you, because nowadays it's rare. And unfortunately, it shouldn't be like that, because it's not for everybody. But it's like, everyone may not have that. So it's just like, if you have to do things by yourself, and I'm gonna write that down, take your time, but don't wait. You're gonna be mad in the moment. You could be mad, you can be sad, you can be frustrated, but you just have to continue to show up and just know it's gonna be so worth it. Like, and I'm gonna talk about that. Like, you really have to be proud of yourself. Like, you have to be your biggest support system. So thanks for watching, you guys. I updated my phone. So this phone right here, I was having technical difficulties, you guys. I done upgraded, got me a 16, so the quality of the videos are going to be improving, as well as the length, and no more technical difficulties. I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Till next time. Oh, and make sure when you follow me on Instagram and on TikTok that you guys check out my story, and then I go live. Once we get to our goal on YouTube, we can go live and start doing some questions and answers. And on social media, I ask you guys what you want to talk about in the story times on my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, Ty_guidance. Once again, all the information will be down in the description box below. If you have questions, comments, concerns, follow, you know, engage. Don't be shy. Know that you're not alone. Okay, I'm not here to bite unless you do things you're not supposed to do. JK, JK, but let me know what you guys want to talk about. Until next time, bye.